What are some things you liked but social media has ruined? What kind of people are the biggest red flag in public? What will never not be awkward? Saying goodbye to someone, then walking in the same direction they're going. And, speaking as a teacher, running into students when you're out living your life, especially if you're on a date. And kids are ruthless. They will ruin your life if they see you on a date. Watching movies with your parents and a sex scene comes on. That happened when I was watching Game of Thrones with my roommate's parents. I felt uncomfortable. Waving back to someone who was waving to someone behind you. And that's why I do nothing when I'm out in public. I T-pose maybe. The little dancey dance you and another person do when you're walking towards each other. Does that happen? Are we dancing? When people hold the door for you so you have to run to keep up. Oh yeah, just poorly timed door holding. Oh, that's the worst. Making a joke and no one laughing. That's how it feels doing this. First dates. Yeah, kind of universally just an odd experience. You're talking with a stranger, maybe eating food. Eating a banana in public. Eating a banana in public is fine. You just have masculinity issues. Be better. What's your biggest flex? I've had a stomachache all day and I'm being very brave about it. I found a 13-letter word playing Boggle on a 5x5 board twice. Okay, nerd. I can flex some muscle in my neck and make myself look like a croaking frog. It scares kids. Upvoted for scaring kids. I saved a little girl from drowning when I was 10 years old. Oh, well, hey, we got a young budding hero. I wrote a popular and successful fanfic years and years ago. I still live on that high. My man, you can't just leave us hanging like that. Imagine if it's something awful like the one where the guitarist and singer of Panic at the Disco pour milk all over each other. Oh god, I hope not. I can finally get regular maintenance done on my car without doing mathematical acrobats with my bank account. The day I bought 4 tires all at the same time is one of the times I felt the proudest. Yeah, I've only made it up to 2 tires, so I'll get there. I'm so good at flicking pennies that I can flick them into people's pockets without them knowing. Reverse pickpocketing? I guess that's a skill. Going into my 17th year teaching high school physics, I would bet money that 75% of all students I've taught would put me in their top 3 favorite teachers of all time. Have you asked them though? Do you have that information? Cause you might be surprised. What's an early 2000s trend that you wish would make a comeback? Commercials where children simultaneously explode after drinking Capri Sun juice pouches. Respect the pouch! Respect it! Blockbuster and other film rental places. There was something magical about going in and running around the aisles with your friends or just cruising on your own, picking up anticipated titles, and also something that just caught your eye. Blockbuster was also the place where I would get a lot of my games because I would rent them and then I'd forget to bring them back and then my parents would just have to pay for it. Oops, sorry. Hanging out at the library. You can still do that. You can still go to your local library and just hang out there. Renting a video game for the week was super fun. Yeah, I mean, it helped introduce a lot of new games to a lot of people who couldn't normally afford it. Colorful, transparent electronics. I'm a bit sick of everything either being black, white, or silver. Maybe red or blue if you're lucky. Give me those clear, sparkly neons. Bring back pink, aqua, and green. The translucent purple Game Boy was the peak of human technological aesthetics. It's been going downhill ever since. For real, why can't we just bring it back? It was magical. We had it. What did we do wrong? I miss old YouTube, where people posted original one-take crappy videos. Now we have all these professional YouTubers, and it's just not the same anymore. Fun fact, when I was younger, I thought YouTube was made by a group of friends or something, and every video I looked up was made by them. Those videos do still exist, you just really gotta pick through the weeds of all of the content that's thrown at you by the algorithm. Neopets. Neopoints were the first crypto. Paintbrushes, the first NFT. If only we'd stopped with Neopet paintbrushes. Why did we make them real? What's something people love to say that's completely false? I'll call you back. This is my go-to when I just want to be off the phone. LOL. We only use 10% of our brains. Most people use less than that. No, we don't. Cheaters never prosper. Seriously, it does seem like corruption is well paid and underpunished. Corruption is the game, not the bug. I before E, except after C. Complete bull. I never understood that, why did we have these cute little ways of remembering English, but they don't work? Opposites attract, or birds of a feather flock together. Pick one. Just be yourself. At the the very least, people should have a slightly better version of themselves in mind and try to act like that guy. I certainly do not want people to be themselves. There are some serious freaks out there, and only a thin, fragile sociological shell is protecting us all from the depths of their cesspool mind. This only works if you're 100% mentally healthy and normal. I don't really agree with those last two, but that second one, yeah, like you should try and have like a slightly better version of yourself in mind, but still be yourself, you know? Money won't bring you happiness. Yeah, I sure can't imagine being any happier if I could stop having to sell 8+ hours of my time every day for the best years of my life. It's what's on the inside that counts. Hannibal has entered the chat. It's true for burritos, but a good tortilla goes a long way. I love you. Ouch. Yeah, that's kind of mean of you, Mr. Smith. Come on. What are the advantages of being a loser? No friends equals no drama. No friends equals no need for a phone plan. That's not entirely true. I mean, if you need a job, you still need a phone, right? No one actually has a bar of expectations for you. They just let you off the hook. Low maintenance. Things can only get better. You'll never be short on cortisol. I'm no scientist, so I don't really know what that means, and I'm not gonna look it up. No one ever asks you for advice or to help them move. That second one is really good. It's nice to not be asked because, God, moving sucks. You can get crazy with the cheese whiz. What? Was that answer written by Max Goof's friend, Bobby? The one who, like, downs a whole can of cheese whiz? How do you feel about dating someone with no social media presence? Sounds great. Sounds healthy, frankly. For some reason, I've thought about this one recently, and I mean, hey, at least they'll have job security because, no digital footprint. Pretty rare. And pretty cool. I'd love to find someone not many other people I know. No. Can't tell anyone of my sexual failures? I'm all for it. That's fine. I'm really in no position to be picky. Samig. Need a PI to find dirt on them. But why are you trying to find dirt on, like, a partner in a relation? You're crazy for that. My friend had a girl he was on a first date with tell him his lack of social media was a red flag because how could she get to know him? Fucking nuts. I see the merit of being able to, like, kind of get a quick glance at someone's personality, but it's not like the end all be all of their personality, y'all. That's my preference if I'm being honest. Lower chances of them being unhinged. What's something you prefer an older version of? YouTube. You know I'm right. Early YouTube was a wild wasteland, and it was amazing. Windows. I like 11. I'm like the only one I think though. Just had a nice GUI to me. I know we aren't the only members of the Windows 95 fan club. Oreos. Bro, I swear within the last year or two they changed the recipe. They don't taste the same anymore. McDonald's apple pies. When they were fried, they were awful for you, but amazingly tasty. Now they are baked and are complete trash. I used to love that as a kid. Unfortunately for me, I was one of those dumb kids that heard apple and I was like, gross, healthy. Internet before everyone else turned it into whatever the fuck this is. 2002 to 2010 were the golden years in my opinion. Benjamin Button. Like, do you mean like when he was looking old, when he was like 1 year old, or when he was old and he was like a young, hot 20-year-old? Men. Guys, before you downvote, this could mean she's into older men. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I think you're wrong. She uses older men since they have more utilization features. You mean older men are wiser, have more stable lives? How dare you? The last thing you Googled kills you. What did you Google? And come on, be honest. Elephant seal pup. Food near me. So does that mean every restaurant near you is just gonna come and get you? That's scary. Can I eat the box of donuts that's been under the bed for 2 months? I think you would have died if you didn't Google that. I Googled inflation rate of the US dollar. Yeah, that tracks. I don't care if you're a boy. Put on the maid dress meme. Help. What, you get femboyed to death? I don't even know what that means. Redditors of Reddit. What was one of your most fucked up childhood experiences? Getting chokeslammed by one of my parents because I spent my pocket money on sweets. What the fuck? How much you spend? Yeah, you can't leave us hanging there. Like, was it deserved or were they crazy? I mean, they sound crazy. Not being able to understand that my best friends in elementary school were my bullies because of a language barrier. English is not my first language. During an argument, my mom once said she was going to put me up for adoption. I was around 10 or so. She told me she has no memory of this, but it stuck with me all these years later. The classic parent's defense of, I never said that, you're insane, why would I say that, you're stupid, go to your room. I've got a few, but here's one that's not quite as depressing as others. When I was in kindergarten, I was in a class that had mostly girls rather than boys, and I would often bring a stuffed animal to school because I was shy and anxious. One day I was playing outside with my stuffed animal, and I started getting bullied by some second graders who were by the closed off kindergarten playground. Of course, being the little boy I was, I went over to my teacher and explained what was happening, only to be told maybe if you didn't act so unusual, you wouldn't get bullied. Not to mention, your family is probably poor, so you deserve to be bullied. I lost all faith in any teacher from that point on. This isn't the worst thing, I just don't feel like spilling my PTSD sob story today. LOL. Good lord! Like, these people get a job to be around kids and then you just are mean to them. What's the point? I was almost murdered twice before graduating high school. Both attempts by the same person. Watch the neighbor boys playing on a jungle gym, specifically a set of monkey bars. The older brother pulled out a pair of handcuffs, slapped them on his little brother's wrist and the bars, and kicked him off. Watch the boy hit bottom once, then his shoulder dislocated, and then he dropped a few more inches. The little brother was screaming in pain as the older brother laughed, walking back inside. Yep, that dude needs to be on a watch list because that's insane. If you were offered one final meal before you died, what would you pick? Bottomless anything. As long as I'm still nibbling on it, it will never end, so neither will my life. Checkmate, atheists. I'm pretty sure they'll just kill you anyways. Like, they won't wait for you. I'll have 2 number 9s, a number 9 large, a number 6 with extra dip, a number 7, 2 number 45s, 1 with cheese, and a large soda. I'd like to know from where, LOL. If it's the chair, microwave popcorn, uncooked. Okay, I like where your head's at, doing a little experiment there. Grilled cheese on rye bread, American cheese, mayo on the outside instead of butter, slightly burnt. Campbell's tomato soup made with water instead of milk. If I'm gonna die, I might as well eat what my mom used to make me when I was having a bad day. I'm sorry, but you're wrong. Tomato soup with water? You're crazy. It's psychotic. Donald Trump's head. I wouldn't even eat it. I would just poke at it with my fork. Ice cream. Nothing else. What kind of ice cream? All of them except for minty flavor. What is wrong with all these people having wrong opinions on food, huh? Someone I hate. Sure, yeah, I mean, it's your last meal. I guess go full cannibal. A shot of vodka and 4 dino nuggets. The Jack Black special. You gotta have mashed potatoes with those dino nuggies, my dude. If there was a ritual to summon you, what would it be? You can do whatever you want to summon me. I will not answer. Killing me in COD instantly summons me into your mom's bedroom. I'm not sure, but I think it would involve melting cheese. Why? At exactly 2:54 a.m., create a circle using unsweetened cocoa powder. In the middle of the circle, place any cute stuffed animal. Grab a purple lavender scented candle and light it. Burn a piece of your hair, then scream into the flame of the candle until it blows out. At 3:47 a.m., I will appear in front of your fridge and steal all of your cheese sticks, take the stuffed animal and candle, then leave. Draw a pentagram made out of chocolate mousse. Then proclaim the words, "I don't think I can finish this pudding." You would need a bit of blood. So, standard, I know. A black cat, alive and well. A fluffy blanket and coffee. At 4:20 a.m., poop in the sink and yell, "Among Us," 69 times. 5 people surrounding a Ford Model T, twerking violently over a stuffed koala. Gather round a circle of bananas and continuously make noises of various primates. With any luck, I'll appear and join in. What's the most first world problem you have right now? The Amazon employees keep not following my delivery instructions, even though the instructions are on the label. There's plenty of food in the house, yet I'm not hungry for any of it. My pool is a little cold after last night's rain. Yeah, you sound rich. My AC is so cold upstairs, my downstairs heat won't stop turning on. Smart home my ass. Quick oats are often out of stock and I have to buy old-fashioned oats instead. The sound my new car makes closing the door is loud. I just bought a condo but can't seem to get in touch with the property manager to book the elevator and move my stuff in. I'm currently curled up in my bedroom on top of a camping air mattress with all my blankets and my 80-inch TV on the floor in the corner, eating a Kit Kat and just waiting for the property manager to return my calls. What is up with Americans loving trucks so much? Yeah, I don't know that either. They either do actual work or want the rest of the world to believe they do, like wearing worn-out jeans. Ever since horses went out of fashion in the West, it has been the truck to represent that kind of freedom. Edit, I am not a truck owner. Freedom. When you use them correctly, they can be fun and or even earn you the monies. They are becoming the only vehicle most of them can fit into. Oh, that's a fat joke? That's a hard fat joke on Americans. Kinda true though. Working class compensate for having no real power for feeling powerful. Big trucks trucks make you feel powerful. The very same people are the people way into guns. Feeling of power. I read that Google found a correlation between areas that voted for Trump and the number of trucks in driveways on Google Earth. Yeah, that tracks. Driving trucks like they are Formula 1 car and then complaining about fuel prices. As the saying goes, stupid is as stupid does. Yeah, it's not necessarily the gas price issue, it's how much gas you are forced to get because your truck takes like 70 gallons to run for 20 miles. For many, it is one of the checkboxes on the imagined masculinity checklist. Listen to most any country song. Although some of us are secure enough in who we are to know how silly such notions are. For the rest, they can be quite useful in many situations. Jesus Christ is back on earth and chose you to be his best friend forever. He even decided to move in with you. What are your plans to spend time with your new buddy? Unlimited alcohol and snacks, baby. I was trying to think of a fun, great, extravagant story that would make everyone laugh and get this comment a bunch of likes, but for the life of me, I cannot think of any scenario where Jesus doesn't end up moving out and banning me from heaven for being extremely boring. You know you are very boring when the first thought that comes to your mind when thinking of a fun activity to do with your BFF Jesus Christ is checkers. Pass. Ew, I don't want some dirty homeless hippie in my house, and he's best friends with a whore. As a Christian, I simply cannot condone his sinful lifestyle. Gotta be honest, Jesus sounds like a great guy and all, but I ain't letting him move in with me. He seems like the kind of guy to be really exhausting to be around. He'll be the kind of guy to get me to spend all of my time volunteering at a soup kitchen when all I want to do is sit at home playing RuneScape. Honestly, yeah, this is the best answer I've seen. Yeah, this is it. Lock him outside, please. Leave me alone. There's a lot of renovation projects I've been putting off. Is he paying rent? Yeah, that is the most important question. Is he just gonna try and freeload on merit? Like, oh, I'm God's son, whatever. I need $500, my guy. What is the best response to, why are you still single? Why are you double? I want to save money? I don't shower. Yeah, that's something that you can change though. You should actually. Your mom says keep it private. Cause people ask, why are you still single and not, do you want to go on a date? Actually, that sounds like kind of a solid pickup line. Before I can answer you, I would like to talk to you about today's sponsor, Squarespace. We are not sponsored by Squarespace. This is not a sponsorship unless they want to sponsor us. I mean, like, hey Squarespace, your mom won't answer my calls. What's a weird thing you do when you're alone? Well, I'm talking into this piece of metal and it's recording it and then you're hearing it later, so dress up in full snow gear and snowmobile helmet and pretend I'm an astronaut. All right, that's private, pervert. That's pervert private. Moan for no reason. I guess I kind of do that, but I will not be doing it now. I made this box that takes a sound and relays it into electrical pulses through electrodes placed on the skin. So definitely that. Pull my socks halfway off and let them dangle from my feet. Oh, that sounds kind of fun. I don't know why, but it does. Make up lip smacking rhymes. I don't know, what is that? What is that? Somebody educate me. I'm not smart. I've made it clear. Talk to my other personalities openly. I guess voice my thoughts and daydreams out loud. I'll be doing entire one-man shows just sitting in bed. Usually it's non-dissociative, so I'm not worried about losing control or anything, but when I really have nothing to do, I'll speak to myself all day long. My record is 10 hours. Raining outside, no chores to do, and a major power outage. How do you explain boobs to aliens? They are chunks of fat on the XX chromosome people that in theory are weird things to be interested in, but they jiggle, so it's understandable. Boobies are also not restricted to XX chromosome people. I mean, I got some boy titties which aren't fun. Soft milk bags. Child feeding units. Now, if you say this to a real person, not an alien, you're kind of a freak though. The same way I'd explain boobs to Redditors. Ooh, that's gotta sting. Fun sacks of joy. Again, if you say this to a woman, you're weird. Mind control devices that work on half the planet's population. Maybe not an exact half split, but yeah, bold of you to assume that aliens don't have boobs. Imagine if aliens came down and they just had the biggest boobs possible. It's so stupid. If you could have any rare, no longer available food from your childhood, what would it be? I think they were called yogis, yogurt-like candy things. Oh, they were unbelievably good. Yogos, they're also my answer. Yes, I started to wonder if I hallucinated the whole thing, because my friends had no idea what I was talking about. Anything cooked by mom. I'm not crying. You're crying. Pudding pops, chocolate specifically, butterscotch. Wait, those things are real? I thought that was just like some weird goofy thing Bill Cosby said to throw people off the trail. I don't know if if these are still available, but I sometimes ate these white candy sticks that looked like chalk. It wasn't chalk, it was sweeter than chalk, and came in little boxes with nothing but a superhero on them, so I have no idea what they're called. Oh yeah, I remember those. They really pretty much were chalk. Also, this implies that you did eat chalk at one point, saying it's sweeter than chalk, so what's wrong with you? The deep fried cherry pies from McDonald's. I don't think I ever had those, but seemingly it's in consensus with the apple pies, so Dunkaroos. They're back, but they aren't the same. I've seen those in stores, but I've just not really bothered grabbing them. Banana Twinkies. Was that a thing? Was it banana cream? I mean, I guess that actually does sound kind of good. School lunchroom pizza. I would roll that rectangle right up and eat it in 3 big bites like old times. You don't have to stick to the 3-bite rule. Like, you're not in school anymore. You have time to eat it. Original Cadbury cream eggs. I've never been a fan. They're just kind of like, they freak me out with like the stuff in the middle, like, eh. Is it normal for your boyfriend to tell you that he thinks other women are more attractive than you? What would be your reaction? I'm gonna go ahead and say yeah, probably, unless you've like talked about it beforehand. I'd be more than happy with him saying other women are really attractive. I can appreciate beautiful women myself, but him pointing out them being more attractive than me specifically sounds more than a little cruel and insulting. It's okay if it's obviously a joke though. It sucks. I would start saying things like, I bet that guy has a big I'm telling you, whatever he's saying will stop immediately. Yeah, I mean, that seems like a solid strategy to me. Definitely not normal, LOL. Yeah, if a guy is doing that that just seems so out of pocket and weird. Girl, he's been browsing the red pill. Drop him. Don't be the cool girl. You don't have to pretend not to care or fake laugh. You're a real person with feelings, and that's fine, and you're not high maintenance for not being okay with this. Leave him yesterday. Red flag. No. My reaction would be to dump his manipulative No. My reaction would be telling him to GTFO and wishing him luck in dating those more attractive women. Ask him if he has autism. LMFAO. Why would you ask him that though? Like, what? Is this out of order? What's happening? After you turn 25, how do you stop the passage of time from speeding up? Get a horrible, boring job. Marry someone you can't stand and never have fun. It'll make each and every day seem like a year. Warp speed to dementia, baby. Good news. It doesn't. Good news, everyone. Thank you, Professor. Sunscreen and probably a retinol for your face. You don't. Man, all of these just nihilists out here. Like, come on, be a little optimistic. You could maybe slow down time. Put the phone down. It's a time accelerator. Now that is actually a conspiracy I would believe. You don't. It is freaking scary how fast it slips by. I'm 60. Time does move weird. It really just feels like yesterday that I was pooping my pants and sucking my thumb. But I was still 22 yesterday, so. What's your scream at the top of your lungs song? Country road, take me home. I can't really be loud where I'm recording this, so I hope you enjoyed that little Kermit rendition. Friday by Rebecca Black. Gotta have my bowl, gotta have cereal. Without Me by Eminem. I can't say I know what that song is, but I also don't really like Eminem, so oops, sorry. Since you've been gone, I can't breathe for the first time. I know. You don't have to clap. That was bad. You can say it. I scream from the top of my lungs. What's going on? You know, He-Man really popped off with that one. I know it sounds ridiculous, but bet on it. Gotta go my own way and stick to the status quo from High School Musical. Careless Whisper. Oh yeah, Careless Whisper will have you screaming, but let's move on. Which celebrity / model do you not find attractive at all? Cara Delevingne, especially after her weird behavior recently. She's weird, period. And rude. She looks like a guy for me, LOL. Okay, Carlos, way to be kind of an asshole. Bella Hadid. She looks like she smells of mozzarella water. r/rare insults. Yeah, that is like, what? How do you even come up with that? That thing married to John Legend. All right, people are getting real mean and I don't really understand it. Justin Timberlake. Yeah, he's really lost his prime, huh? Elon Musk. Thick boy is hot. I like me some thick boys, but Elon Musk, never in a million years, or even for all of his net worth. No, Ryan Gosling. He does nothing for me. Me neither. Eyes set too close. Lips awkwardly thin. Everyone's entitled to their opinions, but don't come for the goose man like that. It's rude. What's a really weird way to say how you're doing something that's completely normal? Let me just cover myself with animal material before I leave this structure. Yeah, that's probably the weirdest way I've heard someone say I'm putting my clothes on. Sprinkling a rock made of 2 harmful chemicals on my meal of animal flesh to enhance the flavor with a side of purposefully burnt lettuce. Salting meat. And what's the part about the burnt lettuce? Charred lettuce just tastes better. Aha, got it. Charred lettuce. Are you okay? A machine made of meat delivered me a pizza pie. I can't decipher this. Unless they're talking about an oven? Is it an oven? Soaking the meat of a mother chicken in her mashed up unborn babies, then rolling it in her food her whole family never had a chance to eat, and then deep frying them. Chicken parm? I'm guessing fried chicken in general. I am putting dried up cow on my feet. Are you putting, like, beef jerky on your feet? What are you doing? I combine into a squat, semi-spherical, but flat-bottomed mineral-based container the pulped and reformed remnants of some cooked and shaped grain, together with some vegetable-based proxy of a liquid produced from the mammary glands of generationally domesticated creatures for the purpose of nourishing their offspring, but instead co-opted for human consumption. I'm not sure what you're talking about, other than milk. I gathered milk. I am currently ascending forwards, descending backwards, ascending backwards, and repeating with the help of a rubber sitting material attached to multiple metal hooks up to a support beam. Swinging. That seems like a lot of extra detail you don't need, but they did say what's the weirdest way to describe something. What's something you've discovered from another culture that you've adopted into your own life because you loved it so much? Human sacrifice. Okay, buddy. Sure. American music. I am Tatar living in Russia. Any music from your area I should look up? I don't like local music here. Damn. You like rock music? I love Demi Lovato, especially their early soft rock albums. Rice cookers. Rice cookers are an absolute game changer. Get on it. I went to Dubai like 4 years ago and discovered bidets. To this day, I cannot use dry toilet paper on my bum. Seasoning. I'm white. It's literally so easy. Come on. Eating raw fish. That's one that still hasn't made me happy yet. Obviously take proper precautions when eating raw food of any kind, but yeah, raw fish is banger. Giving and receiving money/gifts/business cards with 2 hands. It just feels more respectful. Where is that from? I like that. Korea. But I've seen it later in life with my Japanese business partners. Spent 2 years working in London. Really appreciate how versatile the phrase cheers is. Picked it up since then. Confession time. Have you ever stolen anything? If so, what did you steal? Well, I might have stolen the hearts of some viewers, but we'll move on. I have kleptomania. It's under control for the most part, but at its highest, I was stealing hundreds of dollars worth of clothing and merchandise from the mall. I started young with absolutely no reason to steal. It continued as I aged. My early 20s were my worst, or best, depending. I'm recovered now, but I still feel the urge almost constantly. I just have to fight it. Not saying that I haven't stolen a little thing here or there just to feed the craving. Hello, FBI. I've stolen hella pens. You're one of those. I get it if you steal like a couple on accident, but if you're deliberately stealing pens, I'm not a fan of you. One Lego piece from my school. It was a red turban. 15 or so years ago, I worked at a convenience store as a cashier. I stole roughly $20,000 over the course of a year. Whoa, never got caught? Not officially. Eventually, I was fired for tardiness, but I think they knew and couldn't prove it. Jesus, my man, that's too much. I have stole panties from friends' wives, and girlfriends. If the girl is hot and I can get to her underwear, consider them missing. Don't do this. You're a freak for doing this. Like, that's an invasion of privacy. When I was 6, me and my mom were at CVS, and I wanted a push pop, but she said I couldn't get one. So I just put it in my pocket when she wasn't looking and ate it at home. She saw me eating it, told me what I did was wrong, and I felt really bad afterwards. Well, at least she didn't make you go back to the store and apologize. What is something others do that you don't understand? WhatsApp status. Same with Discord status. Like, you're constantly updating it every day? Like, come on. Party every weekend at the same spots in the same town. Laugh and enjoy it when people get hurt. Yeah, I mean, objectively, it's kind of rude to laugh at somebody when they get hurt, but if it's a baby falling over, it's so funny. Vandalism. Yeah, in general, I don't really see the need for vandalism. I don't understand why people are so obsessed with taking selfies. I mean, for me personally, I don't like taking selfies because I think I look yucky and like a swamp monster, but to each their own. Parties. Really, a concept that went too far over my head. Parties can be fun, but you really gotta know the people there. The whole thing about caring about celebrities' lives and relationships and being sad about it when a celeb couple breaks up. Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, you got plenty of other things you can be doing with your time. Spit huge wads of phlegm in public settings. Taking photos and videos of every little thing. I understand big moments like weddings, ceremonies, graduation, but what you had for brunch today? I don't give a f**k. Yes, I never understood why people take pictures of what they're about to eat then post it on Facebook. Like, why? What's one thing you couldn't care less about? The Johnny Depp Amber Heard stuff. Yeah, people who are making like fan cam edits of the whole trial, you're actually crazy. Astrology. It is complete and utter bullshit. There might be some validity to it, but I can't I can't disprove it. I wouldn't know because I don't care about it. Fair enough? Any child ever. Ugh, you sound like my dang dad. Friends. Hot take. The show was horrendously dry humor. The funniest part is the shitty laughing track. I can't stand any show with a laugh track. Wait, why are people commenting if they don't care? Trick question, eh? The girl I'm into. I'm totally not obsessing and overthinking every interaction. Absolutely not. Sounds legit. What kind of people are the biggest red flag in public? Huge flags on your truck that let people know who you voted for? Instant red flag for me. What I love about those people is how they think making something larger makes it better and more convincing. Some of those flags are also blue. People who are in a public space talking to someone on speaker. Went to the dentist yesterday and they have a sign now about not doing this. People who are loud in public. I'm like a mouse. You will never hear me in public. People without manners. For example, not saying thank you if you hold the door for them. Red Nike TNs. I don't know what that is. I'm not a sneakerhead, sorry. Anyone listening to TikToks out loud on public transport. I don't want to hear it. Please use those goddamn AirPods you always have in your ears. What typing mistake do you make the most? I don't ever usually make mistakes, but autocorrect ironically fucks up my words constantly. Ducks? Look, autocorrect is just trying to make us sound nicer instead of cursing all the time. Duck you all. See, there it is again. I don't make typos, but ducking autocorrect ducks me several times a day. Macieth? I don't really know what the they're saying. Second initial capital. I'm forever shouting hi in Teams chats. Sometimes I forget I'm Asian, so I type backwards. And this is how they would actually say it. N instead of spaces. I'm not gonna attempt to read it how they typed it, no. What are some things you liked but social media has ruined? I liked watching Vine/meme shorts. Now it's just videos about narcissistic influencers dancing and making cringy faces. To be fair, that's kind of what was happening on Vine too, just less dancing. Star Wars. Try Draco Malfoy. Oh god, what the internet has done to that poor boy. Everything. I guess fair enough. Concerts. I'd say it depends on what type of shows you want to go to. Like big stadium? Yeah, not my cup of tea. Life. You said it, sister. And just like that, we're at the end of the video, so thank you all so much for watching. Once again, my name's been Brandon, and this has been Ask EmKay. I'll see you next